What's up, everybody? It's Alan here, and welcome to episode 13 of Only Use Great Exchange. I got two flips right off the bat. Let's take a look at Adamant Knives. These had a 27 coin margin for a 108k profit, and then Verac's Flails. These had a pretty decent margin of 19k, and this was a 233k profit. And I'm selling 4 Zamorak Godswords at the moment. Hopefully they all sell. This will be a really good profit if they do. They have been in my GE for maybe about a day or so, but I'm very confident in them selling. And they all finally sold for 5.798 mil each, and I bought them for 5.242 mil. This was a 556k margin for a 2.224 million GP profit. So 6 Guthan's Chainskirts right now. This is all I can manage to buy, but they had a 23k margin for a 141k profit, and only if I would have bought more, but they were buying extremely slow, so I just canceled them and sold what I had. And then I got Warrior Rings. These had a 19k margin for a 134k profit. Alright, so I got a big boy flip right here, 7 Archer's Rings, and I bought them for 3.601 mil, and they had a 46k margin for a 327k profit. Not the best return on this sort of item, but it was the first time I ever flipped it, so I guess it wasn't that bad all in all. Next I have Karil's Leatherskirts, and these had a 15k margin for a 220k profit. So here is a really interesting item. I finally decided to flip infinity items, and I started with boots, and they had a 40k margin for a 366k profit. And just like the Archer's Rings from earlier in the video, not the best return for this sort of item, but it wasn't that bad. Next is 7 Warrior Rings, and this was an insanely fast flip. I bought and sold all of them in under a half hour, and they had an 18k margin for a 127k profit. I was actually surprised how fast they bought and sold. So I believe this is the first time I tried Uncut Diamonds, and they had a really outstanding margin. 420 coins and 1838 of them resulted in a 771k profit. I'm actually going to try these again at a later point because the margins probably suck for them right now, but wow. And then I also got 11,000 diamond bolts. I spent 4.839 mil on the materials. They all sold for 5.346 mil, and this was a 506k profit. Another 11,000 diamond bolts enchanted. This time I bought the materials for 4.826 mil, and this was a 453k profit. I got some more Barrows item flips. Let's take a look at Guthan's Chainskirts, and I finally managed to buy 14 of them. These had a 13k margin for a 192k profit, and Torag's Hammers had a really good margin on them for 22k, and this was a 318k profit. I was surprised they had such high of a margin considering how low priced they are, but nonetheless, this was a really good flip. Well, I just did another 11,000 diamond bolts. This time I spent 4.74 mil on the materials, and this was a 561k profit. I swear, you guys need to take advantage on these diamond bolts. Cut the diamonds from scratch, put them on adamant bolts, and enchant them. This time I bought all of the materials for 4.661 mil, and this was a 596k profit. Just achieved level 80 Firemaking, and I have been slowly leveling my magic alongside with it as well. My plan for a future stream is probably to get these both to 99. I think that would be really cool, and like you guys have seen in my flips, I have just been still enchanting a bunch of diamond bolts. It's honestly insane. But there we go, 80 Firemaking, and I'm still planning on doing maple logs all the way to 99. I figure if I were to do U logs or even magic logs, that would be way more expensive. Maple logs won't really cost as much, but anyways, level 80 Firemaking. So I finally decided to train some more Herblore, and I spent 2.793 mil on 1087 Grimy Quarms and made them all into unfinished potions, and they actually sold above the market price I had set them for, so this was a 245k profit. Not bad at all. And then I have more Uncut Diamonds, and these all instant sold. I had placed them in my GE, and none of them were selling, and they all sold out of nowhere, so that was pretty cool. Anyways, these had a 320 coin margin for a 392k profit. Alright, are you guys ready for this? Just need to enchant one set of diamond bolts, and level 80 magic, there we go, and I can now cast stun if I ever wanted to, maybe if I wanted to stun some imps in the GE. Anyways, I'm also level 59 Herblore at the moment, and I can finally clean Snapdragon, and I even tested out like 100 of them to see if it would make profit just cleaning them, and it does. It's about 100 coins or so at the moment. I won't be able to make the unfinished potions until level 63. But let's take a look at some of the potions I can make. So 55 is a super strength, 57 is a magic essence potion, and 60 is a weapon poison. I'm actually unsure what potions make money. As far as I know, none of them do. But as far as my XP goes, all I do is clean herbs and make unfinished potions for my GP. This was a pretty fast red party hat flip, 49 of them, and they had a 6k margin for a 294k profit. I was honestly amazed to see how fast they sold. I honestly gotta try some of the other party hats though. More diamond bolts enchanted, 11,000 of them yet again, and this time I only spent 4.6 mil on the materials, and this was a 776k profit. I believe this is the highest profit I have gained from them so far in the series. This is absolutely beautiful. And 9 more Guthan's Chainskirts, only if I managed to buy 14 of them, because these had a 28k margin for a 256k profit. That really wasn't bad at all. Anyways, I'm just cutting more diamonds at the moment. I'm about to do yet another round of 11,000 diamond bolts enchanted, and you guys should really take advantage of this. It's still really good money. I average between 500k to 700k per sale. It's really nice money. Anyways, I want to show you guys my stats right now. I just achieved level 60 Herblore, and I cleaned 3,500 grimy irrits not too long ago, and I made them all into the unfinished potions, and they're currently selling on the Grand Exchange. So there's level 60 Herblore. Everything else is pretty much the same. I got 80 Firemaking and 80 Magic still. Anyways, let's take a look at my bank right now. I want to show you guys some items that I still have in here. 7 Serotonin plate bodies. I've had these, I think, for a month now. I still have yet to sell them. Also, 570 super attacks in 1 doses, 437 super restores in the 2 doses, 7 mud battle staves, and 5 Verac flails. Apparently, I guess I just started to stockpile items. I still have yet to sell these. It's just because my Grand Exchange is currently full, and I'm trying to buy as many items as I can just so I can maximize the number of flips I can do per day. And then I also got my cash stack right here, my Addy bolts, and my runes as well. But let's take a look at my Grand Exchange to show you guys what I got going on in here. 14 Derek's helms are currently selling, 21 Sears rings, and I looked at one of my clips from earlier in this episode, and I didn't realize that I actually bought 14 of these at a time. I guess this was an overnight offer, and then I bought another 7 of them, and now I'm just selling them all right now. So 21 Sears rings, 11 out of 21 have sold so far, so that's not bad. Then my Infinity Tops, these have been in the GE for maybe a week now, and I'm just hoping they all sell because this will be a really good profit. Then I got my Irrit Potions, Super Defenses, and Derek's Plate Bodies. But right now, I took the liberty of pricing my entire bank plus my Grand Exchange, and I gotta say this number is pretty giant compared to last episode. Last episode I left off with, I think, 46.7 mil. Well, let's take a look at the calculator. 61.5 mil. This number is just really good to look at. And I think I uploaded that last video almost 2 weeks ago, maybe not even 2 weeks ago. And I think since last episode, this is a 15 mil gain. So I'm making mils and mils per day. And it's crazy to think that I started with only 900 coins and I'm at 61 mil right now. Honestly, the road to 100 mil will be here eventually. So I hope you all enjoyed the video, and if you did, be sure to smash that like button, and if you're liking what you're seeing, be sure to subscribe to my channel, and also be sure to follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Links can be found for those in the description below. But that about does it for this episode, and I'm sorry that I uploaded it so late. I did have some slower flips earlier in the video, and I've also had some more school conflicts going on, but hopefully that will all get resolved pretty soon. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and good luck with the flips.